Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. My name is Ratsudan. Welcome to this channel where we do web development, Python programs and stuff like that. So after a long time, if you're following me for a while, I didn't upload for a month or so. A lot happened. I'll talk about it in the end of the video. But still, in this video, what we are going to do is that we're going to create a responsive navbar, which is simply going to look like this. A very simple navbar, a very simple solution for a responsive navbar. So quickly I'll show you the project. So if I just expand this, it's sort of like in a desktop mode. This is going to be a static flexed-up navbar, and then it's when you go to a particular width, okay, a media query, and then it's basically going to switch to a burger. And once you click on the burger, your navs or your nav links or your basic links are just gonna slide up smoothly, like from left to right, okay, and a smooth transition is just gonna happen right there, okay. So that's what we're gonna do. And also the cool thing about that, you can also click outside in order to it to just move outside of the frame, okay. So you can click on this, or you can just click on outside, okay. We're gonna do this, and it's 100% responsive. Even at a mobile size like this, it's something like that. But you can make it is 40% of the width. You can make it 50% at a certain media query. You can add more media queries if you want, but then just leave it like that. But I'll show you how to do this. So tune until the end of the video to learn this. That's all. So let's get started. So basically, in the left side I have a VS Code, and then here my second display I have in my laptop I have the code, so then I just don't miss anything. Okay, simple index.html and style.css and a couple of JavaScript code. You're good to go. Okay, so first of all, let's create a simple boilerplate, and before I do anything, I link my style sheet. So I just have a simple sample style.css. I'm just gonna say navbar tutorial, okay, just whatever heading you want to put, okay. And I'm using Emmet and also Prettier. Emmet is obviously with VS Code, and Prettier is an extension that sort of formats your code, okay. So we're gonna have a couple of things in the body, okay. So the first thing I want to have is the nav, all right. So I'm just gonna say nav, and inside that I have to have a logo like this. So it's gonna say just car, just had the name. So I'm gonna say dot logo, and let's say just car, doesn't matter, okay. Okay, and then that's a div class of a logo. And then next one, what we're gonna have is we're gonna have a we're gonna have a UL with a class of nav links, all right, something like this. So inside the nav links, we're gonna have a li. We're gonna have a li, okay, and inside the li, we're gonna have a tag, and we're just gonna put a hashtag because it's not gonna take us anywhere. And here I'm just gonna say home. Oops, let's put it here. Let's say home. Let's copy paste it 5 more times because we need 5 links. So the first one is going to be work project. So let's just go to, so let's say we need work, okay, and we need project, and we need services, and at last we need contact, okay, contact. Alright, that's what we want regards to nav. That's just it, okay. And as we go to the responsiveness, we'll add a couple of stuff to it, okay. And as far as that, we need that. We also need a background to get this beautiful background. I just didn't want to create a plain stuff, because to show that dark effect, the opacical effect, you need to have a background. You sort of get that, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go out of this nav. I'm just gonna create a div with a class of background img. So I'm just going to say back img and just completely leave it empty, and we're going to do it in CSS, okay. So let's see how our HTML is formatted. So let's go live. It's going to open up in Brave, I believe. Oops, yeah, I don't want in Brave. So I'm just going to say localhost port 5500, which is this port, or you can say 127.1, something like that, okay. But yeah, it's localhost port 5500. Alright guys, so now what I'm gonna do, first of all, I'm just gonna stretch this up because I want to do it for desktop, and then I'm gonna sort of make it smaller in particular widths. So I have this in sort of desktop mode, and so let's go to the style.css. So first of all, I want to obviously remove the basic stylings. So I want to say margin 0, let's say padding 0, and let's say box sizing. Come on, is border box, okay. So we just basically gonna remove all the basic stylings that the HTML template defaultly comes with, and it's gonna just give us that plain links and whatever each type. Okay, now we're gonna custom style that. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, I'm just going to get the nav, and inside the nav I'm just going to flex things out. So first of all, I want to say display flex. I'm not going to do grid because it's best if you can use a flex in a navbar, because you just want it to just flex with the whatever links you have. So that's very simple as it sounds. Okay, so it's pretty easy. You can use grid, if you know grid, you can use grid for like cards and stuff like that. That's very easy. But when it comes to nav, flex is what I use and mostly people use, I guess. So when they say justify content and they say space around, it's not space evenly, they say space around. Space evenly is gonna just give you the even width. So even this links become bigger, this the between this the gap between both of it is just gonna stay the same. So which we doesn't need to have. We need a separate width. We need the links to be big, obviously, because we only have one logo in this side, right? So here, so we need this one to be pretty huge, pretty big. So when it just says space around right there, and it's gonna, there we go, it's gonna stretch out. And then what I'm gonna do, just leave that like that. Oh, and also wait, let's have some background color to it. So let's add a background color. So I'll grab the background color from here, okay? Because I just don't want to waste my time. So okay, obviously I have the link for all the code and whatever I do in the description. So we have a background color, and okay, yeah, just for now we'll have the background color. And now what I want to do, I just want to, okay, I normally do a reset like this. Okay, I just get any A tag here. I normally do it in SAS, but I'm just going to do in CSS. Any A tag, I get it, and obviously we don't need a text decoration, so we just say none there. And obviously we get all the LIs, and I just say list style is also equals to none, and that's going to completely remove that dirty line and the dirty ball, and it's going to completely remove that. Okay, that's what we want. And now it's done. So not actually done. Okay, we have something like that, but I'll show you how to do it. So, and now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to target that nav links. Okay, let's get the logo last. We just want to flex that up and let's mess with it. So I'm going to get the nav links, and then the same story, we have to display flex that, and I want to say justify content, and I'm going to space around that. Okay, so if you see, it's space around. Okay, but the thing now here you can see is that how much layer you have, your width of the navbar is just going to stay like that. If I increase the height of increase the font of this Jiska logo, the navbar becomes big. So we have to give it a height, right? So I'm just going to say height is minimum. I just want it to be 10 VH, and it's going to look like this. And you need to align that item. So most of you guys, even I had the habit of giving margin, so you don't need to do that. If you have display flex, justify content, space around, you just need to say align item center, and that would completely center that right there. So you don't need to give any margin, no padding, just that align item center will do. Okay, alright, so now we did this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to first of all style the logo. Okay, so I'll go up here in nav, I'm just going to say dot logo. Okay, the order doesn't really matter. I'm just going to in the order of how the nav is actually presented in the HTML, so then I just don't confuse myself. So I'm just going to say I need a font family. I'm going to use the system fonts, it doesn't matter, guys. So I'm going to say I have a something called Monster, right? It's really a good font. Okay, there we go, we have it. And I just want to give it a color of FFF, which is pure white. Okay, something like that. And I need to font size, let's make it, I don't know how I make it, 25 pixels. Okay, let's make it 25 pixels. Okay, so that's 25 pixels over there. And now we also need to start that. So now nav links are actually there. In order for you to stretch that, okay, these are not spaced, right? You just have to come right here and just simply say width, maybe like, I guess I gave 50%. Okay, let's do that. Let's say with 50%, it's gonna stretch out, so you can see right there. So you can see more clearly. If I give it a color for this nav link, it's not gonna work. So for that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say dot nav links, okay, and inside that we have an li, and inside the li we have an a tag. So we're gonna grab that a tag and change the color to FFF, which is pure white. Okay, and you can do it with the li as well. I just target the a tag and do it. And still your preference, guys. So you're also gonna have a font family, and inside the fonts family we're gonna have the same system font that I have, Montserrat. Okay, there we go, we have it. That's what you're gonna have a backup font of sans serif. I'm just gonna have it like that. Okay, alright, looks cool. So now what I'm gonna do, again, it looks okay. I think I give a font for it. Alright, I'm also gonna mess with the font weight. So I'm just gonna font weight 400. It's not gonna change, I believe. Okay, it's slightly changed. Okay, okay, it looks nice. So basically, a navbar is pretty much done. So when it comes to mobile, something like that, it's really ugly. So you need to find a way for it, something to fix it like this. Okay, so let's do it. So before we do that, we have to get the background. So let's put a background here. So let's say we gave it a class of backImg. So I'm just gonna say backImg, and inside that I want a background to it. I'm just gonna have the background. So let me just get that. Okay. So I want to grab the image. I want to get it from this display, my laptop. I'm just going to put it here. Oops, come on. Okay, so this image called those media is not loading, whatever. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give it a width, which is going to be 100%. Okay, 100% of the width of how much you resize. And then here comes, we need to give it a height, not 100%. Actually, it should be 100. It should be 90 VH. You know why? Because if I give 100 VH here, let me just show you how. And I'm also going to give a background img. I'm just going to give a URL here, and let's say this thing. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. I don't know for a fact it's not coming. I'm just going to say copy relative part, I believe. Yeah, and just say paste it there. It's going to work. Okay, so yeah, you have the image there. So I'm just going to say background position is center, and I'm going to say background size is a cover. Okay, now it's beautiful. It looks beautiful right there. So why I said we need to give 90 VH is because the navbar is 10 VH and this background is another 100 VH. The total thing is 110 VH. In order for us to just just for the purpose of having an image, we need I don't need it to scroll, right? I just need it to just have an image. So 10 VH minus 100 VH is 90 VH. So if you say 90 VH, it's completely like that. You don't need to scroll and it looks nice. Okay, something like that. Okay. So yeah, just simple logic in that. Okay. So now I guess pretty much everything is done as far as the design goes. Now let's get started adding a media query. Okay. So as I showed, you need to have this burger, right? So I'm just going to create the burger right now. In my index.html, I guess I had it below. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you can have it. Okay, and right here under the UL, because you also need that inside the UL. Like, it makes sense, I guess. You need that div to be inside here, right? Where I'm showing you, it needs to be there. So for that, you have to put that inside the nav links or inside the nav, because which is flexed up. Okay, and it's going to be a separate div. So I'm just going to call this burger, and just as simple, I'm going to have one div, copy paste just 3 divs. I'm not going to have any class, it's just simple empty div. So we're going to give a height and a width, and we'll just make it as a burger or a menu, whatever you can call. Okay, so I'm going to come back right here, and I'm going to say dot burger. Okay, now what I'm going to do, let me just get the styling. Okay, so what I want to do here inside the burger, first of all, let's get the burger div, right? So we want to get the burger div. I want to give a basic width and a height, a very simple width and a height. So I'm going to say width, and width is actually going to be, I guess, 25 pixels. Okay, we need to stretch that out, right? And the height is going to be, I guess, 5 pixels. I gave, yeah, 3 pixels. Okay, it's small. Okay, and then if you save it up, nothing is just going to wait, because we didn't give a color to it. You need to, because it's empty, it doesn't have anything. So let's say we need to give a background color. Okay, which is also FFF, and there we go, we do have it. And now you cannot see that basically all the 3 divs are like that. Okay, it's just together with no spacing. So basically, if you give a margin, that's all you want to do. So I'm just going to give a margin top and bottom of 5 pixels and just 0 pixel, and there we go, it looks perfect. And also a simple border radius of 10 pixels. You cannot see that, but in mobile screens you sort of can see that. Okay, so I'm just gonna that curve over there. So it's border radius for pixels, and you can give whatever border radius here. Okay, so now you have to say, when you go here, it should be a cursor pointer. So you can say, you shouldn't say it in the div, because if I say cursor pointer here, okay, if I say cursor pointer here, it's basically gonna go right there. So that line is gonna be a cursor pointer. The gap between it, it's not going to be a cursor pointer. When I hover over it, it's going to be a cursor pointer. We don't want that. It's sort of a glitchy thing to happen. We just want to get that burger itself. So we'll just get burger, and inside the whole burger div, which is this one, the whole div is it's just itself going to be a cursor pointer. so you can do whatever you want with that. So it looks nice, no glitchy, nothing, looks cool. Okay, so it looks like this. But what I want at this point, at the desktop point, I don't want it. So I want to say that defaultly I don't want this. So I'm going to say display none. Okay, at default I just don't want it. I just want this one. Okay, and now we're going to do the what? We're going to do the responsiveness. So I'm going to use a media query. I'm going to use 800 pixels, but normally I normally do it in 1027, which is the iPad. But for this tutorial, we use 810 pixels, whatever is it. It depends on which screen you are really perfectly making for it. Okay, but I normally have a couple of responsive SAS files, which I use to make it responsive, which is also cool. Okay, so off topic, let's go to all media all. So I'm not just going to target the screen, I'm going to get everything. For example, if I were to print this screen, it's going to look different. So I'm just going to target all the media queries and all the heights and the width, and it's going to make it responsive. Okay, and if you want to learn responsiveness, please be sure to watch a video in the link by Web Dev Simplified. That's a really good video explaining media queries. Okay, so nonetheless, media all, and we're just going to give a max width to it. Okay, so the max width is going to be 800 pixels. I'm going to say 800 pixels, and then just to make sure everything works, I always try this. I say background color is red. I always try this. Okay, so in this case, background color is not going to be red. Okay, let's try. I guess it doesn't, because our background is covered. Okay, it's not going to be red, so we just say color red. Oh wait. Let's just wait. Come on. I'm just gonna say display none. Okay, the body is gonna display none. There we go. That point. So here at right here, it's gonna be 800 pixels. That's just gonna display none. So we know it's working. All right. So rather than displaying this none, we're gonna do a couple of stuff. The first thing I wanna do, I wanna just hide that nav links. So I just wanna say the nav links. I wanna get that, and simply I wanna say display none. Simple as that. At this point, it's just gonna display none, and just car logo is just gonna wait. We don't want that as well. We need to bring up burger. Whatever burger we created, we need to display that block. So in this case, as we do, oops, okay, let's say block, and it's gonna be block like that. Okay, so this is what we need. So if I'm going to go here, it's gonna look like this. At a mobile weight or a tablet weight, it's gonna go like that. Okay, and looks perfectly nice. Okay, so for now we don't need this none here, because we're gonna style this a bit. So go just copy that. Let's just keep it nicer, cleaner. Let's put it here. And for now we don't need this nav. Okay, we're gonna have a couple of styling inside that. We're gonna position this and stuff. So the first thing they want to do, we're gonna display this block for now. Okay, okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna display this none and up here. I'm just going to push it off the frame. I'm just going to push it, like for example, pushing me outside this, you're not going to see me, and if someone pushes me from that side, you're going to see me, something like that. But that still exists. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just going to say position, let's say position absolute. Okay, so we're going to say absolute. Okay, position absolute, and if you save it up, it's going to look like that. It's going to be position absolute, and it's going to be the height of that navbar. Okay, so we're going to just take that out. So what I'm going to do right now, I want to just say top, I need this to be 0. Okay, and I guess the left, it has to be also 0. And then we need a background with a height. Okay, so first of all, let's work with the height. Height I need it 100%, obviously, because it has to cover the whole thing. Even though your web page becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, I mean larger, if you give height 100%, it's going to take the height of that 100%, how much you scroll, and it's just going to be 100%. Okay, simple as that. And the width, for this I'm just going to say 40 pixel, but when it comes to like a very small mobile, you need to make it 60 or 50. Okay, you need to push that around, or else it's going to look ugly. Okay, and it's going to be width like that. Now if you see, it's going to be right here. Okay, which is 40%. And then what you need to do, you need to say text align center, and okay, in order that to be centered right there. And then what you need to do, you need to give a background to it, and in this case we're going to give a background of that same color. I think it's not the same color, it's a bit darker version of it, I believe. I'm just going to put it here. And if you see, it looks nice. Okay, this is what we want. This is simply what we want. Okay, so positioned it nice, background okay, and we need to give it a padding. So let's go and say padding of 30 pixels, and if you do it, it's gonna look like this. Okay, so this padding is just basically for that div itself. We're gonna basically target all the LIs and sort of mess with that. Okay, and now navlinks is actually done. We need to go say navlinks, and I want to get the LI, and inside that we're gonna text align this left. We need to push that up right there. Okay, and we need to give it a padding. So I had a nice little padding. So I mean nice little padding, I mean the height is 22 pixels. Really good, really looks nice, pretty much nice. Okay, so at this point it looks really good. Okay, as what we need. And at last we need to have a border bottom, and I have to say 1 pixel solid white. Okay, and it's gonna look nice. You can also say, you cannot say 0.1 pixel because it's gonna round off. Normally I tried it out, you cannot do it, so it's gonna have it to 1 pixel. Looks solid and nice. Okay, so let's go take a look. If I click on here, okay, it looks nice. Just the same thing. So we basically designed this. We should basically design this at the intention of we have clicked it, something like that. It's appearing. So now what I want to do, guys, I'm just gonna put that outside. For example, I'm just gonna get this LI, and I want to put that back as I told. I'm gonna hide it from the frame. So when I say translate X, oops, it's transform, and oops, wait, what am I doing? Okay, so what I want to do, I want to say transform, and I want to say transform, and I want to say translate X, which is X and Y, okay, left and right. So I'm just going to say 500 minus 500 pixels, so to go backwards. There we go. So it's not in the frame, okay, it's not in the frame. So that's what we want. And now what we want to do, when someone clicks on this burger, we need to set that back again to 0 pixels. Simple as that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have a simple class here, show, okay, oops, let's say simple class here, so .show. I'm going to copy this transform translate, I'm going to paste it here, and simply I'm going to give this 0 pixels. Okay, now you're not going to see anything, but let's assume that this show has to be toggled when we click here. So I'm just going to click it right there, and once I clicked it, I'm going to say JavaScript to go to this navlinks and add this class. So I'm just going to say now JavaScript, let's assume it's going to add it, and once it saves it, it's going to basically appear like that. Simple as that. That's the logic. At least we are not going to do it, JavaScript is going to do it. Okay, it's going to handle the click events and sort of do it. Okay, simple as that. So I want to say I'm not going to have a different JavaScript file because it's very simple, 6 to 7 lines of code. You don't really need a JavaScript file for that. I'm going to do it here, but hey, if you want, you can do it. You can just do it. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to create a variable here called menu burger. Oops, what am I doing? Okay, right, let me get the code. Okay, so I'm just going to say menu burger, and menu burger is equal to the document.query selector, and I'm going to get the burger, so which is .burger, right? Alright, so we have the burger, and then I'm going to let this saying navlinks, so we need to create so navlinks. Okay, and you're going to say document.query selector, and then we want to get the navlinks, which has a class of navlinks. Okay, that's what we want for now. And now we have to get that, now we have to do something. So what I want to do, I want to first of all run a function when that burger is being clicked. Okay, so I'm going to say menu burger dot add an event listener. Okay, we're going to listen for an event. What event is that? We're going to listen for a click. Okay, if anyone clicks on that. Okay, so when I say dot click here, okay, so when I say click here, and oops, what am I doing? Okay, and then we'll run a function, and let's say okay, and let's see whether it's actually working. So let's just console.log it's working. Okay, something like this, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna inspect this, and come on. Okay, my console is here. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Okay, I have toggled my developer tools here, so once we click on this, it's gonna appear. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on this right there. Let me go to control. There we go, we have it. Let me refresh that. So once I click on that, it's working. It's being okay, indexed or increased by index. So basically console.logging. So that's what we need to do, right? So it's working, right? So rather than console.logging or okay, whatever, then printing that out, we just want that nav links to have a class of show as well. So for that we have to get the nav links, okay, and just say dot class list, and you want to say dot toggle. Okay, you get that class and you want to toggle this. What do you want to toggle? You need to toggle a class called show. You don't need to say dot show because we're showing that it's a class list, and basically it knows that it's a class and just the name is all enough. So we're going to say show, and now let's take a look. Let's click on here, and there we go. It's appearing very nice and smooth. So the good thing you use toggle is that once you click on that, it's going to come. If you're using style.display is equals to block, then you should have another function to do it when it's click the second time, and then it's going to be none. So this toggle is just going to put the class, remove the class, put the class, remove the class. I'll show you in the inspect. Inspect and show you. So this is the nav here. You can see we have a class of navlinks has a class just navlinks. So once I click it, there we go. It's going to have a class of show. Once I click it, the show is going to go. Click it, show. Looks nice, cool. All right, so that's what we want, but it looks really. It doesn't look nice at all. It's just gonna pop up like that. It's gonna be like, you know, within a second it's gonna come from the left and it's gonna go to the right, and once we click it's gonna go back. We don't want that. We want to pause the time. We need to come slow and we need to go slow. So for that, what I'm gonna do, very simple, just go to navlinks and just give a transition. Okay, transition. The first thing you want to give how much slower it should be. So if you give 0.9, so it's gonna come in a second like that. So I'm gonna give 0.5. I want to slow it by 0.5 seconds. And then I want to say what? Oops, why isn't coming? Ease in, out. And by the way, it's not transform. That's what I'm saying. Well, coming, it's transition. Okay, and there we go. So basically, once we click on that, it's going to slowly come, and once we click on that, click it again, it's going to slowly go. So yeah, if you want to increase the speed, you can have like 9 or something. It's going to come super slow. Sorry, it's going to come super slow. So something like that, it's going to go very super slow. So if you have it 0.1, it's going to be very fast. 5 is like the medium amount. It looks nice. It's going to come. It's going to go. Okay, it looks nice. So actually, it looks nice. But now the next feature we want to implement is this black thing, the overlay. Because any website you see, once you toggle the navbar, or once you toggle the burger, the navbar is going to pop up, and whatever you see, it's just going to go blank, or not blank, just opaced, just dark. It shows that this takes sort of a preference, and that's a cool effect though. And it's going to click, once you click on the black, it's just going to go, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so for that we have to create a overlay. Okay, so I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to come here down the div of the back image. You can have it anywhere. You can have it in the top, but make sure it's down the body, so it's going to work. So I'm going to have a div with a class of, sorry guys, overlay. Okay, I'm going to have a div with a class of overlay, and in the style.css we're going to give it a basic styling. So I'm going to go to style.css, and let's go above the media query, which is anyway we're going to say display none for it anyway. So what I want to get the black overlay. I want to say overlay. So basically this class doesn't really exist. This is the overlay. What I'm going to do, when anyone clicks on this, this one, this burger, I want this overlay div to get the class of black overlay. And again, once I click on that overlay, it's going to toggle again the black overlay, and it's going to go something like that. It makes sense when I do it. Okay, I'll do it. Alright guys, so I'm going to give you the black overlay. So as I told, I'm just going to give it a width of 100%, and I'm going to give it a height of 100%. Okay, and I'm just going to position this absolute. Okay, I'm going to position this absolute, and then position this absolute, I guess. Yes, and I want to say, now let me just I'm going to say left is equals to 0. Okay, and I'm going to say top is equals to 0. Okay, let's say left is equals to 0, top is equals to 0. That's it. And if you say nothing is working, and is that because we want to add a background color, and let's make it pure black. Okay, it looks like this. I don't want this to happen. I need to I need that to be below the nav. So if the nav is 10 VH, I need it to be below nav. So basically from top I need to get that down by 10 VH. Okay, so okay, that looks nice. And also I need to reduce the opacity of it. Opacity, come on, opacity of 0 point, I guess, believe 0.7, yeah. Okay, and it looks like this. Okay, and what I did is basically, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I basically had this class. I'm just going to copy and remove this. So this is how I had before, overlay. Once we click on this style.css, once we click on this burger, we need to toggle this class to this div. So basically JavaScript will do this for us, and once I toggle, it's going to be like this. Okay, like black. So you also can see it looks like this because we have to give this a z index. Okay, let's do that as well. Let's go to the nav links right here. Oops, I'll go up and itself say that. Another here, and you can say you need a z index of 1. And if you see, oops, it should be here. Sorry, it should be here. Okay. And you have to give it a z index of 1 because we are working the responsive side. So basically you want to give it a z index of 1, and once it's going to click up, it's going to come and go. And now what I want, once I click this, I want to display that. Okay, so basically at default I'm going to remove this styling. Okay, I'm going to basically remove the styling, and then what I want to get that. So let's get it, let's create that as variable. Let's call this overlay. Okay, let's just call it overlay. Let's say document dot query selector, and we would basically link overlay. Okay, let's say dot overlay. Okay, let's say dot overlay, and come on there. Okay, so the codes. Oops, what am I doing? Okay, that's nice. So basically what we want, when this overlay is clicked, we need to toggle that class, or basically when we click on this burger, we need to toggle that class. So we have to create a event listener for that as well. So let me just go take it back, and okay, so we would let's just say overlay dot add an event listener. Okay, and if anyone clicks on that, okay, anyone clicks on the burger, we need to do it. So basically just a click event. Click event on that black color div, because when we click on the black thing, we need that to go, something like that. Okay, so we're going to do that. So when I say click, and then I'm going to get a anonymous function. Okay, I need to say this. Okay, let's create an anonymous function, and here I need to have two stuff. First of all, what I need to do, when I click this, I need this to pop up. So for that, let's do that. Let's get the overlay. Okay, and we want to just say class list, and we want to toggle this class. Okay, what class? A class called black overlay. We need this class to be toggled. Okay, so let's go refresh this, and we click here. Oops, am I wrong or something? Okay, not here though. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so we need to keep that here. Okay, we need to keep that here, which I mean I need to run this function here. Here meaning this function where I click the menu burger, I need to get it running. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it here. Okay, and first of all let's comment this for a while, and now when we click on this burger, we want to get this overlay class and give it a black overlay. And once I click on this, there we go, it's happening, right? So when I click on this, it's going to go, it's going to click, it's going to come, and it's going to go. Okay, alright, that's what we want. So it's going to come and go. So you can see this scroll bar, okay, coming over here. It's because we are able to scroll. So what I want to do here, I'm going to come here, and just for the sake of doing it, I'm just going to change the black overlay. Should be let me just change it to fixed. Okay, so that should just go. Okay, it's just gonna go because the position is gonna be fixed. So anyway, so now it's gonna work. Now what I want to do, it's working, but I need to give it a transition. Okay, I just don't want to pop it, you know, look it to pop up like that. So the same transition, the same speed, we need to get that transition and we want to slow this by 0.5 seconds, and you want to say ease in out, okay, and it's not gonna be transform, it's gonna be transition, okay. And now if I click this, it's gonna smoothly come, and if I click this, it's gonna go, okay. It doesn't matter, it looks nice, okay. And now what I want, once I click on the outside, I also need this to go. So just a simple logic is to repeat the process. So when I say overlay the class list, when we toggle classes is already there, so once we click on this, it should go. What should go? The black overlay should go in the first place, as well as the link has to go, okay. So once I click over here, so just refresh that. So once I click over here, it's gonna come like that. So once I click, it's just gonna go, okay. So what I want, I need to go up here, and I would just simply say the nav links. When I get the nav links dot class list, okay, and just say toggle, and toggle the class called show. Simple as that. So now it's gonna, if I say clicked it, it's gonna toggle a class. It has a class of show. And once I click out, it's not gonna have a class of show. It's gonna just go like that. So yeah, that's been it for the video, guys. Hopefully you loved this. Just a simple video, but just a simple solution that you can use when you're designing websites for clients or anywhere, or just to learn this at all. Really looks nice. So basically, guys, this line doesn't matter. I just saw it right now. So you can just say, come to CSS and say a div last of type, and you can just say border bottom is equals to none, okay. I'm just gonna have it, I just wanted to show the animation, that's it, okay. So that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My display has changed, my setup has changed. It's because I got a job, so I have to buy a good display or a monitor to do my job, and I got one, a 24 inch HP 75 Hertz display. Thanks to God, really helps me doing videos. I get less time doing videos, but still I'm somehow able to make some video. I finished my project, I hand over in the deadline, and I have some free time to do. Anyway, guys, that's it for the video. If you love the video, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. Go check out my brother's channel, Sanjay Raj. He posts really good videos. He also took an interview of me, fun fact. Still, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.